Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Distinguished guests, students, organizer, researcher, and professionals, thanks for having me for the fourth International Conference on Impact of Society, Research and Society. My apologies. At Kushal Khan Katak University and jointly organized by Pakistan Library Society. I wish all the best for the organization and the organizers, those who really work hard to put these things on, and thanks for inviting me as well. I would like to just put the attentions and grab your attentions on AI literacy and AI citizenship, the importance of AI literacy and AI citizenship, and how AI literacy or AI citizenship can help us build a smart search, research, and publications. My name is Zakir Hussain, and I am an IB International Baccalaureate Education educator working in the K to 12 industry for over the first 15 years in Bangladesh, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. I'm also involved with International Association of School Librarianship as my capacity of the vice president. So again, thank you for joining with me, and let's get started. So as we say that we are going to focus on AI literacy, and I have recently developed a framework called AI citizenship. I will walk you through. I will do some demonstrations in terms of prompt engineering and how a well crafted prompt help us to find the resources, our desired resources that we are looking for. And at the same time, I will introduce some powerful AI research tools. Probably some of you already know that. For others, those who don't know, they may get the benefits. First of all, why should we care about AI literacy or AI citizenship? Before we talk about information literacy, we talk about research, discovery, we talk about digital literacy, we talk about data literacy, and so many other literacy. But now we're talking about the in academic integrity literacy or AI citizenship. What are the underlying benefits, or why people are keep talking about that? If you see on Google Scholar, every day there are lots and lots of papers are publishing about AI literacy of different professional groups, different students group in different geographic locations. As you see on my screens, that what literature tell us about the importance of AI literacy or AI citizenship, starting from the world bodies such as UNESCO, World Economic Forum, we have EU, AI Act, we have lots of other geographic locations as well as regional organizations that are working for AI literacy or building AI citizenship in their specific jurisdiction. There are so far also like 63 countries, those who actually declared the AI policy for their country. As you see that, like, there are almost 86% of the students reported in the US schools are using AI for their schoolworks. And in the university, can you imagine, that should not be less than that. And the teachers also think that like 60% of the teacher, according to the artificial intelligence statistic inside, that 60% of the teachers are integrated their AI literacy into their teaching practice. In our own research, we saw that like lots of students, especially LIS students in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, and also other Middle Eastern country like Saudi Arabia, Jordan, as well as in Africa, like South Africa, Nigeria, that we did actually research that I'm going to share with you also a little bit. That many LIS students are also using AI tools for their academic purposes. So therefore, we think that like students need to build up their capacity in AI citizenship or AI literacy, as well as the teachers and library professionals. As you see that a study by Elsevier shows that from the 3,000 librarians across 123 countries acknowledge that how AI help for accelerate knowledge discovery or research, or reducing the cost of the institutions and things like that. So that's the benefits that librarians think that AI bring into their bucket. Then later it comes to the question that when AI bring a lot of benefits, also of course challenges, are we ready for that? Are we ready for AI to handle it, to use it ethically, critically, and responsibly? If so, to what extent? By we, I means the students, teachers, researchers, professionals, those who are using the AI. So, so this research again from Elsevier Inside Librarians' Attitude Towards AI shows the familiarity with AI and the current uses of AI of librarian. It seems that almost all the librarians, if you see that 95, 96% library professionals are familiar with AI. However, only less than half of them, 41%, are using that for their work. So vast majority still are not utilizing that. Therefore, users, um, are going to kind of deprive from the services, the speed of service, the power of service that AI can offer us, may not get that things from the librarians, those who are still behind. As well as librarians offer the AI literacy lessons or information literacy lessons. That's are not happening in those areas or those institutions, those who are not really working that for their AI, I mean, work purpose or for instructional purpose. In From my own research, actually, we did research with the school library professional across the world from 63, 65 countries, and we saw that also like the familiarity of the AI literacy with school librarians and the literacy, and it sees that it is in the middle of the stage. Like they are kind of familiar. They are, some of them are using that, but not in a full fledged or in a rigorous way. We also try to sort out that two different areas librarians are working in: the library management or AI uses of for the library related work, as well as instructional practice like information literacy, digital literacy, or teaching AI how to use AI responsibly, ethically, and critically. In that case, also we say that librarians are just school librarians are somewhat ready, but there's still a long way to go to fully ready for their things. A vast majority, as we see that on the screen, are not ready yet. So that shows us also that as these library and information science schools like yours need to really prepare the future library professionals as well as the current library professionals as part of their continuing professional development, need to really add AI literacy or AI citizenship curriculum. This is our own study that we have done with Dr. Ghalib was with us for this study. We collected data from Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan of the LIC schools from 940 students, and as you see that still a vast majority of the LIC students are actually in between basic and intermediate level in terms of their AI literacy, which also emphasize the importance of AI literacy in the LIS or Library and Information Science curriculum. Now I'm jumping to like a little bit of few things that we use AI, like the practical use of AI for librarianship and research. I'm trying to a bit focus on this research because the theme of the conference is the impact of research, and building society. So obviously AI tools are more powerful than the traditional search engine that we use. So therefore, finding related resources or building layer on search is much easier with using AI like ChatGPT or DeepSeek or other related LLM models. In a traditional search, we only search one time. Then if we want to, add more things, then we need to go back and do it again. But in an AI tools, it is a continuously conversation. AI tools like your co-pilot or co-assistant, who is continuously talking with you and giving, you trying to add or omit the stuff that you want to do and get the right things that you're looking for. And of course, that's why it also helps us for the research development, especially finding the related scholarly sources, formulate our objectives or research. Even sometimes it can help us to check our grammar issues, especially from the developing countries, those who we are not the native speakers. And sometimes it is kind of a gap between the between the native speaker and non-native speakers. And I think AI has a great role in that case of helping us, right? I mean, developing our writing things or creating resources that critical for building the research or finding the related resources or kind of analyzing the data and things like that. So these are the research tools that I want to share: Perplexity, Elicit, Scholarcy, and Connected Papers. So due to the time constraint, I may not offer all of them. I will go to a few of them, like say Connected Paper, for example, and also we have ChatGPT, of course, then SciSpace, my favorite one, DeepSeek's, Litmaps. All are really great tools for research and search of the related resources. Something that really we need to come out and try. So let's get started with these things. But before jumping to the demonstration, I just want to share, as I already said, that the difference, we have to really understand the difference between searching and prompting. As searching is like one time issues, and then you have to go back again and get, I mean, you cannot manipulate or add and omit the previous search things in the searching bar. Whereas the prompting on AI tools, you can really continuously adding and omitting the stuffs. So that's the basic difference that we really understand about the searching and prompting. We also need to really know about what are the good elements or what are the elements of a good prompting. So for example, this one, like I want to share with you this prompt, like give the context, give the persona, give the role of the AI. Say that like what role are you? Okay, as a library professional, or as a library school professor, I so give the role to the AI, and then say the objective of your prompt. What do you want to actually do by the AI? Then also ask who are the audience, who are you actually making the plan for it, if it is a lesson plan, if it is a scholarly article, who are the audience might be, who are the readers for your articles. Then give the contents also. What does the tool need to know? For example, uh, like say, um, is that the history assignment? Is it for like say library information science related? Is it like related to AI related or whatever? And give also the boundary, actually, like say you want the academic tone, you want like this much or this 100 or this 1,000 words and things like that. So these few things really make your prompt stronger, and you have the high possibility of getting the stops that you're looking for. So make sure that you give the clear instructions, provide the context, and like give some example as an experiment or things like that. Don't stop for the first time, keep going, adding the stuff, and you will get the, don't just expect that in the first prompt you will get everything that you're looking for. Keep adding, asking for explanation and things like that, like as a co-pilot or a co-assistant or a co-researcher, whatever we can say. Right, so this is a prompt that I want to share with you, that I work with my colleagues here, and I will test these things on ChatGPT and DeepSeek, and then we'll jump to SciSpace and Connected Papers to find related resources. Stay tuned. All right, so I need to go to the Google Scholars, Google environment. I'll just simply copy and paste this stuff, for example, so that I can save the time. So let's see that if we actually ask this prompt, and I'm going to share the slide so you can read the prompt later, because just like simply saving the time, so I'm going a bit faster, so apologies for that. I'm just copying and pasting this my prompt, that what I want a lesson plan for grade 7 about the different religious belief. For example, I have a spelling mistake here, as you see that, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't, it's like Google, it will fix it. And I want also like that the lesson should have an objective, some keywords, and I also giving them the rubric, so that I can assess my students' work based on those rubrics. So if I now hit, and let's see what the ChatGPT actually create. So it is a 50 minutes lesson plan, and as you see that they give the grade levels, time, unit, topics, themes, blah blah blah, and the learning objectives. As I asked, the vocabulary, the lesson outline, then how I can progress my lessons, As you see, this is the interesting things, and you don't need to really copy and paste everything. You as a teacher always has, you can add something else, you can add related resources and things like that. The exciting thing is that the rubrics, as you see, that it creates such a wonderful rubric that we as an educator probably need hours and hours to do it. So now you can add your own stuff also, and then you finally share with the students. That's how it is. So the things that you need to probably couple of hours to create, and it just create it within a few seconds or like a minute, and then you spend maybe 10-15 minutes just to make it more customized in your context would be really helpful. And if you do the same thing in DeepSeek, it will be a bit probably different, but the vast things are the same. So for the sake of time saving, I leave it to you, and I'm going back to another um, great AI tools for research, especially finding the related resources and articles called SciSpace. So let's try SciSpace uh, in this instance. So let us search for something that we are working on our research project. For example, like say AI literacy of students. I'm just trying to keep it a bit broader, so that students means could be university students, could be school students, and then they give us also some suggestion how does AI literacy impact the academic performance or these. You see that? So you can choose any of these also. But in our context, I'll just keep this one and I'll see what kind of results it gives me, right? And then AI literacy of students, and it's searching the wave or related databases, repositories, and it will give us the result with some summary, and we can really add the summary, add the insight, add the research gap, and things like that. So this is such a wonderful tools that can help us find the related source as well as save a lot of time for us to really finding the related resources, and then we can go to the original resources and read and use for our scholarly discovery, for example. Apologies, there are some seems like internet issues here a little bit. Should not be though, but yeah. So we'll get back to you here. Let's go to the connected paper. Another things that's work like a Google Scholar, but it is more visual than Google Scholar. Google Scholar, we have our kind of like related articles, but here we have uh, more visual aid, like for example AI citizenship. Let's see what it comes up with. If we search, look at that. It gives us the tons of articles related to AI literacy or AI citizenship. The first article that it gives is my own publications. So now if you click on to find out related resources, you can see also like the basics, the purpose, and other stuffs like the abstract. And then if we go to connected papers, then it shows us the visuals of how my research paper is connected with so many other researches, as you see on the screen. And then you can definitely read again here the abstract. If we go to the next one, maybe this one is important. For example, if I think, then I click on that, and it will give me the uh, same visuals for how it is connected with other papers, as well as giving the the abstract of the article. And if it is an open access, you should be able to you have to open it, you can save it, and you can play around with it. So explore it. I'm sure you're going to like it. Okay, something went wrong here. I can try again, and then otherwise I'll leave it to you, and you can explore it yourself. Yeah, it's so unfortunate, but it should be really working. It's such a great tool that that's give you pretty much like everything, like inside of the article, research gap, methodologies the researcher follow in a column. So you can easily actually compare and contrast so many researches like this here. So I'm sorry that in my context now it is not working, but please explore it. I'm going back to my slides simply because we want to save the time, and I have given only a few minutes, but I already know that I kind of exceed the time. So accept my apologies. And if we want to now share with the students, if we want to build the capacity of our students for AI literacy, we need to first softly introduce them the, like, make them familiar with them, studying that, like, what are the ethical use of AI tools, what are the critical way of they can do it, what are the responsible use, provide them support. And if we want to give them support, surely we need to build up our own capacity, right? And then encourage them for critical thinking. And you yourself as a teacher or as a faculty need to keep up to date all the time as a library professionals as well. Otherwise, how can you support your community? So with this thinking, actually, I build a framework called AI Citizenship Framework, which is published from Library High Tech News, and I try to build up the capacity over the times. Like, for example, who should actually where we should start from, like creating the AI awareness, recognizing that what is AI and what is not AI, what is traditional, technology tools, what is AI supported tools. Then you build up your initial exposure, and then find fundamental knowledge, next step, and then the functional competence. So now you know, actually you're going deeper about the AI technologies. You know how to use them practically for different purposes and things like that. And you also know about the ethical boundaries, as I say, that critical, ethical, and responsible use, how to cite and reference, integrity in mind, and things like that. And then finally you become the responsible participant of the AI, and you have a huge impact on empowerment or societal engagement. That's how you build up your society of that, like responsible use of AI or AI technologies. It can be information literacy, or like any kind of technology, how they can help us and mitigate the risk of the technology, and use the benefits of technology for research and for societal development. So I also have the scope and sequence, like starting from middle school to the university level, like in where we should really focus on what things, like what do I mean by fundamental foundational knowledge or skill development, what are the real world applications, for example. And if you want to assess the criteria whether students really understand what does AI literacy means, what are the reflections they can do, what are the success criteria. So please explore these things, you may find it useful, and you don't need to really follow word by word, but some of the things may give you better idea to create something even better. And I wish you all the best and give you the challenge of that, like, don't stop here. There are lots AI tools that around us, and it's just a fingertip away from us. Try to use them, play them, find a good solution for yourself, for your students, for your learning community. Thanks for listening me. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via Twitter or X, and also my email address is there. Um, my apologies for taking a long time. I wish you a successful conference. Enjoy, network with each other, try to learn and use and implement that things immediately in your own context. So uh, take great care of yourself. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.